Good morning to you. First thing on the agenda today is to head on over to the lovely Janet Gray and get myself a deep tissue massage to resolve my ongoing slightly stiff neck problem, thus causing me headaches. So I'm going to head over there. We're going to have about an hour and a half digging away at this bad boy, and then we're going to come back and me and Tracey are heading off for her mum's birthday meet-up. So today it's a little bit of a day off today, as is tomorrow, by the way. I'll share that with you on the time, as is Friday, by the way. So we're still very much in the kind of summer holiday modes and kind of wringing out the last kind of lazy days of the summer holidays. My kids are coming here tomorrow, stuff like that, obviously birthdays, etc. So we are going to have to smash it twice as hard come autumn, because it's been a very long summer. The kids obviously had their GCSEs, so they've been off about 11 weeks. I've had lots and lots of wonderful stays with them. They've been here for a long time over the summer. So of course, I haven't necessarily been as productive as I would otherwise have been. So that's okay. How often do they do GCSEs? How often am I going to get 11, 12 weeks summer holidays with the girls? Of course, not very often, so you're going to absolutely milk that dry. However, we're going to have to absolutely make up the pace later on in the year once we start hitting autumn. Summer for us is a deliberately kind of wound down kind of place. We work a lot on the business and we work less and less in the business, so we've been fortunate to have a little bit more space there anyway, by design. So I say fortunate, by design. Autumn for us, it's going to be a big one. It's going to be a grueling one for us for sure, and that's partly why we take a slightly easier summer. Anyway, I'm going to head over to Janet, get my neck done, go and see Denise, Tracey's mother, for lunch. Do have a bit of work to do. Got a few phone calls to make. Got a client I've got to check in with and stuff like that. So it's not a complete day off. It's just mostly a day off. Anyway, hope you're productive, doing whatever you're doing. Hope you're super successful today. Hope you're living the life that you choose for yourself and you're living it the way that you would choose it. Anyway, I'll check with you later. Have an awesome one. Okay, so we are looser, we are feeling healthier, we are feeling weller, if that's the word. Okay, heading home now, heading to meet Denise, Tracey's mother, for her birthday lunch. I'll check in with you in just a little bit. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you find the time in your working day to do what you need to do in order to take care of yourself. It's super important, by the way. I didn't really know this when I was younger. You know, you just push yourself to the absolute bloody limit all the time, and you're always pushing and pushing. And my background with the fighting and everything else, it was always in the training. It was always about pushing yourself harder, pushing yourself further, and it was about digging in, and didn't really take care of myself at all. It was just, you know, just push myself harder and harder. And it's the same thing. It translated into business and everything else. It's so important. It's such a cliche when I tell you this. It's so important to take care of yourself. It's so important to take time and find the time in order to do what you need to do to keep you physically in good shape. Because if you're not in good shape, your life is not going to be in good shape, and certainly your business isn't going to be in good shape. So that's why first thing today, 10 o'clock in the morning, I come down here during a working day and get myself all pummeled out. Although it's quite gentle today actually, because I've got a bit of a cold hanging around, so she took it quite gentle on me. But yeah, pummeled out, release that tension, get rid of those headaches, just keep the general wellness going and everything else. So important. I didn't realise how important until my body started breaking down 5 or 6 years ago. I just pushed it too damn hard. So now I do definitely take time to look after myself. Make sure you do too. It's super important, I'll tell you that much. Okay, so we arrived back home and immediately had to get on a call with a client of mine. And interesting thing came out of that call, which I thought I'd share with you, which is this idea of anxiety. And one of the things that we talk about quite a lot in life is those things that we're scared of and fearful of, and that we have anxieties around. Now, it's important to understand that anxiety is a completely normal human emotion, okay? There's like a spectrum of it, right? From like no anxiety all the way up through debilitating levels of anxiety. It's a completely normal human emotion. It's what you'd expect to experience when you go into the unknown or when you go into anything where there might be a perceived risk, okay? So this is not the same as having like an anxiety disorder or anything else. This is just natural anxiety that you might feel. Whenever you go on a journey of personal development and personal growth and you start to push yourself into the unknown, because of course in the unknown is where you're going to find all that opportunity and possibility, it's natural to have a sense of anxiety. Your body's doing exactly what it's meant to do, which is throwing up some anxiety, which is there deliberately for you to take stock of what's going on, because your unconscious is perceiving a potential threat. That potential threat, by the way, could be as simple as, I don't know what life would be like with this new thing in it, even though you perceive this new thing in it to be a good thing. Make sense? So I have a really simple way of explaining this. As far as your evolutionary unconscious is concerned, what is known is considered safe and what is unknown is considered unsafe. So no matter how positive you feel about the future, about where you're going, if it's unknown to you, at some level, it's very possible that you can have anxiety, fears, and you can have doubts, just a threat response to the obtaining of this thing or working towards this thing. It's really important to identify these anxieties, these worries, these fears, because if we don't, they can hold us back. They can pull us away from our future, from our possibility. They can actually take us completely a different direction. They might just slow you down. So you want to become really super aware of this. Don't panic about it. Don't get anxious over the anxiety, because then that can kind of go into this kind of spiral in place, or worry about the worry. It's the same idea, or get fearful about the fear. You get into these kind of spirals of things where it kind of starts to magnify itself. Just understand, when you're stepping into the unknown, it's completely normal to have a degree of doubt, fear, uncertainty, which may present itself as anxiety, okay? So kind of, if you want to keep moving life forward, you want to keep stepping out into possibility, you're going to have to keep stepping into the unknown. And as you do so, you're going to need to get a little bit familiar with that sense of anxiety that you can expect to get. Doesn't mean you're always going to get it, and it doesn't mean that you have to live with it permanently. It just means when it pops up, I look at it and say, of course, there you are. Of course, I'm pushing myself further. I'm stepping into the unknown. I'm challenging myself. I'm getting myself out of my comfort zones. Of course, there you are, brain. Of course, you're going to be giving me that sense of foreboding or worry or fear or anxiety or whatever it might be. Get comfortable with it. As I keep saying, is once you change your relationship with something like anxiety, then that anxiety ceases to have such a great hold over you. Once you change your relationship with fear or with doubt, then it ceases to have the same level of control over you. So change your relationship with your own anxieties as you step into the unknown, as you start to push yourself forward, life forward, business forward, by really just gaining awareness of what it is. It's just your brain starting to get a little bit worried because it's perceiving a threat, and that threat could be as simple as the unknown. We're stepping into the unknown. No matter how good you may know it is for you, your unconscious is stepping into the perception of the unknown, and therefore it may well throw up an anxiety response. It's okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate what you're doing. However, this is where we're going. This is where we're moving forward. Anyway, hope that helps you a little bit. It's completely normal when you're in the personal development arena. The worst thing you can do is allow your fears, your doubts, your worries and your anxieties to stop you from moving your life forward in positive ways. Anyway, I'm done for the day. I'm done for the night. Tomorrow, it's I've got one or two things on in the morning, early afternoon, and then it's off to get the kids. And it's our last little summer get together, our last little summer hanging out together before we all get back to routines. They go to college and we get back into the day-to-day of our lives and our business. Anyway, I hope you've had an awesome day. Hope you've been productive doing whatever it is you've been doing. I will check in with you in the morning. Good night.